As the obsidian dark starts to yield, and the hidden secrets are finally unsealed, behold the glimmer of a dragon's plates, forging a path through the ancient gates. A radiant flame brings a sun-drenched day, chasing the ghost of the night away. Golden light descends upon the stone, a gilded destiny for the world alone. With every pulse, the new one starts to breathe. Woven into tales the high heavens weave. Welcome to the age of light and fire, the ascent of every heart's desire. The ascent of every heart's desire. Ancient paths are paved in the morning glow, watching the seeds of the future grow. No more shadows to hold the breath, finding the life that follows death. A kingdom cast in a bright new mold, the return of the brave and the bold. Golden light descends upon the storm, a gilded destiny for the world alone. With every pulse, the new one starts to breathe. Woven into tales the high heavens weave. Welcome to the age of light and fire, the ascent of every heart's desire. The ascent of every heart's desire. The coming of golden
Okay, welcome to everyone. This is the free public version, the first of 5 workshops for Bridge to Your Dreams. This is a master class on channeling the Dragon Way, not channeling, the manifesting and channeling and everything else, the Dragon Way. So we are looking forward to actually rolling up our sleeves and building our dreams. This is hands-on. The first class will basically go over most of the tools, techniques, guidance, and we'll probably do a little bit of hands-on dream weaving, dream building. And the other 4 classes will be basically workshops on doing just that, and even feedback on what's happening, what's working, what's not working, sharings of manifesting that are coming true for people, examples of how this all works, and why it may not be working for some of you. And so we'll do sort of guidance on how to do this more effectively from a personalized standpoint. If you're having issues with certain things, or you feel like you're tapping your fingers and your manifesting isn't coming to pass, we'll delve into that and reasons why that could be happening, and hopefully get you past those hurdles. So this first class, we're going to cover a lot of ground. So welcome to everyone. What we like to do with any of our gatherings is we like to shout out who's all here. So just before we do that, some housekeeping. When you want to bring something to the attention of everyone here, please post it in all uppercase in the chat. Otherwise, we're just treating that as chat amongst yourselves or checking in from certain places. So very good. Thank you for doing that. And then the other 4 classes in this workshop, this will be happening every Sunday for the entire month of June, including, and then today is sort of like the intro class. So it'll be every Sunday at 11:11 Pacific time, this time, each Sunday, until all 5 classes are complete. So this is the the free public one. The other four are more hands-on, more personalized, and we do have a suggested donation for those. And you can go to jadonse.com to sign up for the other four if you are called to do so. So thank you all for joining. Let's give some shout outs. Where in the world are you right now? We like to do this. We'll put up a map of our regulars. These are the people who regularly tune in to our live streams and classes. So we'll add you. If you haven't been added to the map, let us know. We'll put a little violet dot for you. So let's see, we have Cyprus in the house right now. Looks like Toronto, Canada is joining us. We have Holland in the house. I think I see someone from Amsterdam. Let's see, we have Sidmouth, Devonshire in the house. We have Camden, New Jersey in the house. Berkeley, California is in the house. British Columbia, Canada. We have Thailand. Let's see, we have Ankara, Turkey in the house. Yeah, that's what I thought I saw earlier. And we have Groves, Texas in the house. Hi to Stephanie's mom in North Bend, Oregon. Let's see, we have London, UK in the house. Price, Utah is joining us. And we have Woodstock, Georgia as well. So welcome to everyone. And please share this far and wide for anyone that you think might benefit from manifesting the dragon way. And so it is definitely beyond anything you've seen like in the Law of One or The Secret or any of that. Each of these build on each other, and there are many overlapping things, but I think you'll find many unique dragon-centric things here that may resonate more with you, may be more effective for you, since you are all obviously connected with dragon energies in some way. So Long Beach, California is in the house. Hull, Massachusetts joining us. Okay, very good. So we may update the shout-outs as we go along, but we have a lot to cover. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So again, thank you for joining. And I will go ahead and jump into channel. First, we'll bring up our slides here. Okay, so I will go ahead and jump into channel, and we will see what Jadon Se wants to teach us today. It's going to be great. So, and this will conclude before 1 p.m. Pacific time. We keep them under 2 hours, and in respect for your schedules, we'll make sure that we're complete by 1 p.m. Pacific time here. So it looks like Queensland, Australia has joined us. So welcome to all. Okay, very good. So, okay, let's get started here. I'm going to go into channel, and we'll see what Jadon Se has to say here. I am Jadon Se, Golden Dragon of the Third Arc of Consciousness, and this is a very special workshop called Bridge to Your Dreams. Yes, dear ones, you are building a bridge. You, dear ones, are always doing this. However, many of you are doing this unconsciously. You have been doing this all your life. And we will become more and more aware of how it works and how to more consciously call in that which we wish to see in the story of you. Yes, dear ones, it is your story. You are the producer, you are the director, you are the author, and you are the co-creator along with the other actors and actresses in your story, and of course your Gaia, your guides, and your greater self who remains mostly anonymous throughout your story. Let us just say that you, dear ones, are amazing multidimensional beings. Many of you are not aware how amazing you are. You are beyond miraculous in the way you create every day, all the time. So, let us go ahead and get started on this journey of building the bridge to your dreams. It is not even building. The bridge is already there. It is bridge to your dreams. Very good. We will just become more expert at crossing this bridge together. Very good. So let us dive into the slides. We will have discussions at certain points, and let's have fun. Let's keep this fun. Again, if you have something to bring to the attention of those gathered, put it in all uppercase in the chat, and we will see if we have a moment to respond. So, thank you and welcome. Dear ones, let us get started on this beautiful journey to bridge to your dreams. Yes, this is the free public version. We do not wish to ever exclude anyone. We are just trying to sustain our service at this time for the greater ascension of Gaia. So, dear ones, this is a quick review. We have already done a series called The Golden Codes, and each of these covers, let us say, aspects that may be holding some of you back or may have been holding some of you back. We trust that many of you have already done the Golden Code series and have done the various activations and meditations to clear yourselves of these codes, the ones that are holding you back, let us say, so that you can say with confidence, I am worthy. And let us go through each of them. If you can say, each of these with confidence and in full truth of building your dreams, then you are completely ready to start manifesting. Let us go through these. If you can say, I am worthy, I am safe to build my dreams. Yes, dear ones, there is more light. There are no longer barons and emperors and local authorities that will be shutting you down the way they once did when you started to dream bigger. You are safe, dear ones. I am confident. I am able to build my dreams. This is one of the reasons we are having this masterclass, dear ones, is to roll up our sleeves and do this. And the more you do build your dreams and quote unquote manifest, the more confident you become. If you can say, I am guided, yes, dear ones, by your higher greater self, God, the Tao, the masters, the angels, your dragons, yes, dear ones, let us just feel into being guided by pure love, by deep understanding, those who truly see you, dear ones. I am called. This is my purpose. It is time for me to do this. I know that I can build my dreams, and it is now that I am worthy, safe, confident, guided. So therefore, I feel like it is in my purpose to build my dreams more effectively in this story that I am in. And yes, dear ones, because of all of this, I am ready to begin. If you can say, I am ready to begin this journey of building my dreams, let us just say you are ready, and this is why you are here. And so, dear ones, if any of these are a little shaky, where you say, I am worthy, I am safe, I am confident, please go and review the code that corresponds to that, the golden codes, for you can help clear yourself of feeling unworthy or unsafe or any of these. There are activations and meditations and wisdom that will help guide you through this. And sometimes it takes more than one time reviewing this material or doing those meditations. So, and if you have not taken these golden codes, we have, let us say, the recording is still available on your jadonse.com. And so it is advisable, if any of you are struggling with any of these, please review each of the corresponding workshops for that code. And finally, dear ones, I am divine. I am a spark of the divine. This can be difficult for some, especially those who have been told by priesthoods and religions and all of this that you are just a sinner or animalistic in some way, or just this low being that needs to grovel around at the feet of masters and ask for forgiveness. Yes, dear ones, forgiveness is beautiful. Forgiveness is the way of the divine. Both asking for and giving forgiveness is beautiful. However, this does not make you less divine. You are a spark of the divine. The very breath you breathe is divine. Every cell that is divided in your beautiful bodies is done through divine forces beyond your comprehension, and therefore your appearance in this story of you is a spark of the divine. Even if you must say, yes, I am a child of the divine, or I am, let us say, a spark or a fractal or a fragment of the divine. No matter whether you say these or feel this way, dear ones, every moment of your existence is divine and is only brought about by the divine. Every experience, every moment, every bit of consciousness that you carry is a miracle of the divine, dear ones. You are co-creators of reality, whether you know this or not, whether you take up that mantle or not. It is the truth. And so this one many people will struggle with. I do not feel very divine. I feel very ordinary, or I'm just a sinner, or I'm just this or that, or I just evolved from monkeys because of random chaos or some preposterous idea like this. Dear ones, you, dear ones, are ready so long as you can work through all of these and feel you can say inside, yes, I am worthy, I am safe, I am confident, I am guided, I am called, I am ready, and yes, it is my divine birthright as a child of the divine to build my dreams, dear ones. Thank you for joining us from, we have Nairobi, Kenya joining and Chile joining, and I believe we have already called out Queensland, Australia. So thank you for joining. Let us get started on this. So those of you who need to review some of these golden codes, it is advisable, if you cannot say confidently each of these, it is advisable to continue to work on those until you can say with great confidence, yes, each of these. So where the best tech there is, are we saying, we are just saying something to each other in the chat. Very good. Now, if all of these aren't resonating as true as we said, review the golden codes, dear ones, or work on these in your own way, whatever feels right to you. Follow the teachings of your favorite masters or angels, guides, whatever. Whatever works for you, dear ones. We humbly offer the Golden Code series for any of these if you are struggling with them. Use your own discernment. So, dear ones, let us just say, as often as needed, you should review those golden codes and feel confident at all times. Things can happen that can shake your confidence, and so it is not always just something where it's one and done, so to speak, and you just complete it and you're done. It is always a work in progress, and so you can also, let us say, work on different energy tools and sigils and protective grids to help to instill these and remind you of all of this. And so we worked with, in our Dragon Energies level 1 and 2 classes, we have worked with many of these tools that can help, let us say, for you to feel confident about your abilities. And we have also taught the responsible use of these. So we will bring some of these to bear, including your Ember Glow if you have this Dragon Spark gift throughout this journey. So Dear ones, let us keep this fun and light. This is the kind of attitude we wish to build our dreams, like this beautiful, very long dragon sunning in the cosmos and enjoying the realities being created and co-created and building dreams that are fantastic and amazing and fulfilling. Let us take up the attitude of this one, basking in the rays of the cosmos. It is fun. It is exciting. This is not a heavy, dreary, and serious subject. It is beautiful to build your dreams, dear ones. So, we are here to say that if you are here, you are ready. So let's go ahead and build our dreams. Thank you for joining us from Tyrol, Austria. Greetings. So, dear ones, let us just say that your dreams can be the very highest ideals for you. You do not need to dream small, dear ones. You do not need to, I would like to go to this tropical island, and therefore I just need a little extra money in my bank account and some time off from work. And do you see how these are small dreams, dear ones? It is beautiful to have these dreams. However, let us just move beyond filling our bank accounts with money so that we can do this little thing or that little thing. Let us look always for the ideal. And do you see that the word idea is in ideal? Your best idea for what is your dreams. The ideal dream. Dream big, dear ones. And so you have known, many of you, this saying, where focus goes, energy flows. Yes, dear ones, this is, in a nutshell, what it is to manifest. Where focus goes, energy flows. And what is the trick in this? Focus. Many of you and many of all of us are at times unfocused, or we are fighting against our own inner belief systems or ideas that were implanted by teachers or scientists or parents or loved ones that, though they thought they were doing well for us and meaning well, trying to help us to create a beautiful life, many times, dear ones, these belief systems that you inherit are your greatest lack of focus. They muddy up the clarity of building your dreams. Do I deserve this? Am I just a sinner? Am I doomed to this? Are we just in meat suits, and are we at the whim of our DNA and all of this? And so these belief systems, dear ones, can very well get in the way, as we will see. And so there are dragon methodologies to dredge up these old belief systems and take fresh looks at them and lovingly fold them up and put them away where they belong, let us say. Dear ones, what we are working with throughout this series is divine law. Yes, dear ones, divine law. And when we say law, it is infallible. It is, if you do everything, let us say, without leaving out any alignments within you, it is the divine law that your dreams will come true, that you will manifest and see them, that you will walk across this bridge to your dreams, dear ones. This is divine law, dear ones. If you can reach this level where you are so confident that this is the truth, you are not operating some magical, whimsical thing. You are operating the laws of the cosmos and the divine itself. So if you can reach this level, this is where your spirit will align, and this is when your dreams will become reality. So this is a path of realization, dear ones. First, finding the ideal and then realizing it. Dear ones, in order to do this, just like this narrow bridge across this chasm that we have seen in this image, there is an alignment that is necessary. You must align yourself to cross this bridge, to not be afraid of the chasm, to not shirk back from this, from your dreams. So, this is what we are doing here today. So, let us get started. This is exciting, dear ones. We love doing this. Let us say that some of you may think that these are suggested rituals. We are not trying to install rituals or any sort of dogma or any sort of religion. We are just showing some, let us say, perspectives on how we can align our spirit with our dreams. And so these are the dragon methods, let us say, of aligning ourselves with our co-creative abilities. So, dear ones, we will at times do things that look ritualistic. You can substitute anything that is for your highest good or resonates with you. We are not saying there is only one way or a right way or a wrong way. We are offering a dragon way, dear ones, for you to, let us say, clear space and find a way to focus these beautiful creative energies of yours. As we have said, where focus goes, energy flows. So these little, what seem to be rituals, they are just, let us say, energy tools that are possible to use to focus. So first, we are going to choose a beautiful space in which to manifest. This can be a sacred space in the external world or in the internal world as you see fit. Whatever resonates with you, we are looking for a place we can devote to doing this sort of creative work. Beautiful, dear ones. So, let us just say that we should do this lovingly and not be too aggressive. When we are too aggressive, let us say, it can get a little bit, we might destroy some of our things in our favorite books, and let us be a little respectful about finding a sacred space, dear ones. And it is beautiful because once you have found this beautiful sacred space, you are preparing an energetic environment, dear ones, for you to do this work. And what is this doing? Why do we do this? We do this because you are, let us say, aligning your spirit with this work. It is helping to focus your attention, your consciousness, your energy. We are not trying to get too serious, like, oh, it is so sacred and you can't touch this or that unless you wash your hands. We are not getting like this. It is not a ritualistic thing so much as it is just clearing the energy, making sure that you are preparing yourself to focus completely. So you might need to sage your place if this is something you like, or use your Palo Santo incense, or you can use your energy tools to clear the space, or create a little crystal grid of some kind, or use obsidian, anything that you understand to make this place safe and clear, and so that you can focus. You have a calm and safe and, let us say, beautiful, restful, peaceful way of dreaming your dreams, dear ones. So, you can call in the violet flame or call in a golden shaft of light to clear the energies. Get creative, dear ones. Again, we are not giving you rituals. We are giving you options and ideas on how to clear your sacred space. And, dear ones, those of you who have taken your Dragon Energies level 1 and 2 classes from yours truly, if you have gone through level 2, you have something called Ember Glow. This is a dragon spark that was given to you and a method to use it to, let us say, transform for the better any situation. This is a perfect example of using your Ember Glow to set a sacred space, or to create the energetic space and energetic environment to dream, dear ones. So use it wisely to clear and cleanse, and just cleanse yourself even of your day or your worries, your anxieties, helping you to find a focus, a stillness of some kind. Dear ones, once you have done this, declare this sacred space that you wish to use to do your dream weaving in. declare it sacred. It is a portal to spirit. Whatever that means to you, your own highest, greatest self, or God, or the Tao, the divine, you are opening a portal to spirit. And let us be doing this with great respect and care. Again, not so overly serious. Do it with joy, but with great care and love, dear ones. For you are going to, through this portal to spirit, you are going to begin to work with your highest ideal, let us say. And this highest ideal for you is already known by spirit, dear ones. Your own higher, greater self already knows your highest timeline, already knows what is ideal for you. We are just waiting for you to claim it, dear ones. We are waiting for you to take that mantle upon your shoulders and walk as someone who can dream big. And so just know that whatever it is that you are, if you think of this as praying or concentrating, speaking to spirit, Spirit already knows. You do not need to beg or ask for something. Spirit already knows what is ideal for you. It is just for you to become more and more focused on it, aware of it, and claim it. Yes, dear ones, give yourselves permission to dream the ideal, dream big, and claim it, dear ones. And doing this, you will find your true voice. Many of you are not accustomed to speaking to spirit in this way, to having an open portal to spirit. And some of you do this daily. Some of you, it is like riding a bicycle. It is second nature for you to speak to spirit. Let us just say that even those of you who have been speaking to spirit regularly, your voice can be clearer and stronger and more filled with purpose, more filled with your own spirit, dear ones. And so even those of you who think you have a very clear voice to spirit, you can always get clearer, and you can always get more confident and loving in all of this, in how you speak through this beautiful portal you are creating to spirit. Beautiful, dear ones. Let us take a quick little check to see, is our stream doing okay? Is our sound okay? Is everything happening? And are we being heard okay? So please post in the chat, sound is good or something. It is. We want to make sure we have not have any issues with live streaming technology. So thank you for confirming this. Dear ones, let us now start to, in this space that we have chosen, let us now start to prepare the space in whatever way is appropriate to us. As we have mentioned, for some of you, it is creating like a crystal grid or some sort of protections for the area, for the energetics, and for some of you it is just being concentrating and finding the silence and maybe sitting in meditation or what have you. So let us just say that you can do this in whatever way is appropriate to you, dear ones. Beautiful. And so once you feel like you have activated this, let us then also see that this is a shrine. This is a shrine, dear ones. You are, let us say, activating not only a grid or some sort of protectiveness. You are, whether or not this is external or internal, you are speaking to spirit from your shrine. So however you visualize this, however it becomes very real to you, let it be thus, a beautiful energetic focus for you to begin your dreams, your dreaming, let us say. And so let us now just speak of some of the tools. Each of you will have different, let us say, natural abilities, whether you are more natural at writing down your dreams or sketching them as artwork or building up a dream board or what have you. We will just go through some of these tools that can be useful to do this, to focus upon our dreams. So your Stephen, whose voice I am using right now, has been kept keeping a book of intentions, a book of my dreams, he says, for some 30 years now. And dear ones, nearly everything written in this book has come to pass for him. And he is only in this home in the shadow of Mount Shasta with the love of his life, Stephanie, because he was very definite in calling all of these things in calling career changes, world travel, homes. Dear ones, he has called in everything that has happened very consciously in this dream journal. So for some of you, a journal is good. We can use a book or something like this and just write down our dreams. And dear ones, doing this in your sacred space with deep focus and clarity is a portal to the divine. The divine is taking note. It is going into the records of eternity, what you are writing in this journal, dear ones. And you can do the same with dream boards, dear ones. Dream boards are like, it is like you are making a collage of all of the different, your dragon is calling in a golden age here. And so he is starting to prepare this this dream board, let us say. You might tear them and put them onto a board, a collage, or a beautiful, you can use your computer technology, or what is this, the Pinterest, or something like this, if this is more natural to you. Dear ones, do it with sacred attention. Even if you are using a computer for this, remember, this is a sacred act. You are speaking to spirit through a portal you have prepared. And many of you are very talented artists and can sketch up your dreams. And dear ones, do this. Keep a sketchbook of your dreams. However, we are blessing this as a sacred item. It is a spiritual sketchbook, not just your average, everyday, run-of-the-mill journal or sketchbook or something like this. So, dear ones, there are even all sorts of different ways that you can focus on your dreams. You can use symbols and sigils. Yes, we have given many of you who have taken the Dragon Energies Level 2 class, we have given you sigils, dragon sigils, that are, let us say, very potent symbols to call forth energies or situations, dreams. Yes, dear ones, your soul also has your own set of sigils. You can make symbols that symbolize your dreams for you, writing them down, making the mark, even if you're just using your finger to lovingly make this outline of this symbol in the dirt or something in the sand on a beach, or some of you have been using salt crystals very wisely, because salt crystals can be, as any crystal can be, it can be programmed, and then you can dilute the salt into the water, and that programming makes the water holy. And so there are many ways that you can be creative with how you are speaking to spirit, to the records of eternity, let us say, through these different energetic tools. Some of you more naturally have some sort of shrine. You might have a murti of like Lord Shiva or Lakshmi or something like this, or Kuan Yin, or you may have a carving of the Buddha or something, Master Yeshua or Archangel Michael or something like this, and it helps you to focus. We are not saying to worship idols and worship statues. We are saying that you can focus your intentions as if you are speaking to this one Archangel Michael or etc. So, dear ones, we are not judging. We are letting you decide what is best for you. So whether that be journals or sketchbooks, symbols, shrines of some kind, crystal grids, dear ones, let us just just mention a few others, for this can give some creative ideas to those of you. Something here might resonate with you as a way, a portal to the divine that is close to your heart. Beautiful, dear ones. Amulets and energy working tools and moldavite that you might wear on a pendant, or some sort of wound copper beautiful amulet, or anything like this that helps you to focus, dear ones. This is what the name of the game is: opening a portal to the divine. Yes, dear ones, this is also a beautiful way for you to focus, is to use that Dragon Spark gift you are given in level 2 classes, your Ember Glow, and you have been instructed on how to use it. This can help you very effectively focus great energies of your spirit with the assistance of a Dragon Spark to speak to the divine about these ideals, these dreams that you have, dear ones. So, this is, let us just say, we have prepared a place. We have not only prepared this place and called it sacred, we have enunciated that it is our portal to the divine, and we are using whatever of these tools, or any tools that your creativity can identify that resonate with your heart. You must do this not only mentally, but through all the portals of your beingness. Yes, your voice is important. Your heart, of course, is important. Your sense of purpose, your sense of safety, all of this, every what you might call chakra or body center comes into play. We are leaving none out, dear ones, none. So, yes, grounding into Gaia and bringing up all of the records of your lifetimes and stories here on your Gaia, also through your root chakra and your earth star chakra, all of this, whatever resonates for you, we are encouraging this, dear ones, very much so that you may very naturally work with your dream journal and your dream board. Yes, dear ones, your sketchbook. It is these are magical, beautiful focuses of energy, your spirit, your energy. Feel it. Do not just look at it as a dry picture or a dry idea written in a journal. These are your ideals. These are your dreams. This is energy from your spirit, dear ones, going into the realms of eternity through these portals that you are opening of your focus, your attention, your consciousness, your dreams, dear ones. And yes, feel it. Do not just mentally do these. These are not affirmations. These are soul expressions, impressions, experiences. Yes, you are being inspired. Look at these words: inspire. To go inward into spirit, inspire. Dear ones, it is beautiful. What you are doing is what you do all the time, however, mostly subconsciously. You are mostly just running these programs from the past. So let us look at these. Here is an example of someone's dream board. They may be focusing more on their home or their travels or something like this, and putting up these beautiful clippings in a loving space and protecting them, guarding them jealously. Your dream board is not just something that is cast into a closet when you are not looking at it. No, it is lovingly protected. It is respected. And so your dream board might have all of these sorts of things. And your dream board may be more relationship oriented. It may be calling in beautiful, deeper relationships, and perhaps calling in a child or a grandchild or a loved one, your soul's love, as your Stephen and Stephanie both reached out simultaneously to Spirit, and Spirit connected them that very moment. Dear ones, it is that powerful. You can, if you are focused enough, it can be instantaneous. Yes, dear ones. And so we have gone through these different methods. And so, dear ones, let us just talk a little bit about the approach. When we are speaking to Spirit and really meaning it, dear ones, it is so important to have this approach where it is not half-hearted, or you can be light-hearted, just not half-hearted. There can be a lightness of being, however, it is not just trivial or super casual where you just may not mean it fully. So find that beautiful balance to hold the vision with the perfect balance of focus and lightness of being, and speak it, dear ones. When you speak it either externally or internally in your own heart, in your own inner experience, let us say, you can hear your own inner voice, and you also have a beautiful external voice. And when you speak externally, have you noticed that it is not only just going external, it is an internal voice at the same time. So it is beautiful when if you feel safe and private enough to speak your dreams aloud. And let us not be too social with this. Let us keep these private for now. It is best this way, to have a private conversation with Spirit rather than a group conversation, let us say. You can move on to the group things later. However, let us start by keeping it very personal. So, speak it and mean it, dear ones. When you speak to the divine, when you speak through this portal that you have opened up, if you do not mean it, the divine knows before you even open your mouth. So, this is you aligning with your dreams. Spirit is already aligned. You do not need to convince Spirit. You do not need to beg and plead. You simply need to claim it out loud, or in loud, you might say, inwardly, just confirming to Spirit that this is the ideal. I am aligned on this ideal. I am not conflicted. My belief systems are not fighting against this. And if so, perhaps you are speaking to Spirit to get a little help or insight into how your belief systems can be brought in line. So see how this is. Mean it when you speak it, because you are speaking it inwardly to your own greater self, most of all. This is, let us say, your dreams are installed within you before you see them without. So you are planting seeds in your own soil, and if you plant seeds incorrectly, or you use damaged seeds, or let us say seeds that are not ready for planting, we know that you will not be bearing fruit. So this is, yes, speak it and mean it, dear ones. Your resolve is your truth. If you are truly resolved that this seed that you are planting is viable, it is a beautiful, wonderful, organic seed that you know it will grow if you water it. It is beautiful. It becomes your truth as you plant it. And it is reciprocal, that your truth and your resolve are interchangeable. For the more you are resolved, the more it becomes your truth. The more it becomes your truth, the easier it is to be resolved to it. Do you see? It is a reciprocal relationship. So be resolved, dear ones, and resolute. Yes, dear ones. And then, this is important, dear ones. Let go of how and when. Now, let us just say, your Jadon Se will speak more on this, and it will be fun, of letting go of the how and when. Feel that truth. When your resolve is complete and you speak your truth, feel it. When you speak, I will find the love of my life, I will be united with the one I'm calling in. Feel what that feels like to have this warm embrace, this beautiful one in your life, sharing your world with you, facing the world shoulder to shoulder. Do you feel this? When your heart comes online with what you are calling in, your entire being begins to resonate with it. It is not just a mental calling in. Feel it, dear ones. feel the ideal. What would it be like to step onto this mothership and go out into the cosmos and meet my soul family, my star family out there? What would that feel like? How much in awe would I be to be standing in this ship traveling amongst the stars? Do you see this? It can be whatever it is you are calling in. Feel it. Feel it. This is the most important thing. And what is left out of so many of your dry manifesting rituals that people do, and the secret and all of this, it goes far beyond mental affirmation. Feel it in every iota of your being. And this results in you expecting. Because when you have done this a number of times, as we have mentioned, your Stephen has a book of intentions where almost everything he has written for the last several decades has come true, then you know that he is expecting that anything that he writes in this journal and speaks to spirit in that way, he is expecting it to happen, because you are operating a divine law. So, of course, you can expect it. If you jump up off the ground, you expect to come back down to the ground, because you are in full alignment with gravity. The idea of gravity. Gravity is not just a good idea. It's the law, dear ones. Everything would fling off into space without it. And so here you are. You can expect that when you jump up, you will return to Earth. Let us just say it is that expectation that has the magnetism that calls that truth into being for you. So, dear ones, this is important. And this whole process is fully aligning with that which you are calling in. It may seem like we are repeating ourselves. Each time we are transmitting these concepts, there is a new level, let us say, a new vibration that is coming through for you. So if you feel like some of this is repetitive, let us just say they are different octaves of the same idea. So fully align with the truth of what you are speaking and really mean it. And this is how, dear ones, you are operating a divine law. If you do all of these things and you are doing them without conflict, without thwarting yourself in some way, or being out of alignment within in some way, if you are fully aligned and you are able to do all of these things, it is a law of the divine that your ideals, your dreams will come to pass. So if they are not coming to pass, find where you are misaligned. Which of all of these steps we have spoken, are you out of alignment with? For many of you, it is belief systems, old belief systems. If you have this idea, if you can even say the words, that is impossible, then you have a strong belief system that is installed. For nothing is impossible. It is just simply what you have agreed to, the rules of the realm, so to speak, the parameters of your story. And so it is not advisable for you to fly off and become ungrounded with all sorts of whimsical strangeness. Let us just say that anything is possible, and it is best to stay grounded as you explore the possibilities. So this is divine law, dear ones. Beautiful. Now we have spoken about you must let go of the how and when. This is a funny and beautiful little image, you might say, of someone who has, let us say, put in an order with the kitchen, sitting at the table. The waiter, the waitress has taken the order, has lovingly brought the order back to the cooks, and the cooks are lovingly making the order. And dear ones, would it be appropriate for you to get out of the table and rush the kitchen? Would it be appropriate for you to barge in on the cooks who are preparing this beautiful meal that you have ordered? Please feel this right now. This is inappropriate. So this is why we let go of the how and when, dear ones. For if you rush the kitchen, let us say, the cooks will just drop everything and run screaming from the room if a dragon bursts in like this. It is, let us just say, not a pleasant experience for them. So we do not wish to have this sort of thing happen, where this will ruin the meal. So this poor dragon, he's just hungry and wanted to check on his meal. However, it was ruined completely by rushing the kitchen. Do you see what we are saying? Dear ones, it is, let us just take this in and realize that when you let go of the how and when, you are letting these cooks lovingly prepare the meal. So don't rush the kitchen. Know what your role is. Your role is to identify this ideal and to speak it to the divine, to claim it, and then allow the divine, the beautiful, loving cooks of the kitchen of the cosmos, to lovingly prepare this for you. So call in the ideal. This is like you're placing your order at the table. Be clear on the ideal. If you do not like mushrooms or something, do not just order a mushroom dish and then expect no mushrooms to come. Let us just say, be clear. If you do not wish it to be spicy or something like that, be clear on this. So otherwise, if you are unclear, something will be unresolved, and your dreams will not, let us say, manifest or appear in the way that you wish. Here is an example of this, dear ones, this clarity. When your Stephen was in his 20s, he was a graphic designer, and he was not happy with the place where he was doing his graphic design work. He was a freelancer, but he was in a group office setting, and there were personal chemistry issues with the people in the office. And he did like one person that he was in the office with, an illustrator by the name of Ralph. And so Stephen and Ralph sat down and said, we should get our own studio. We should get our own place that doesn't have all these strange rules and personal chemistry issues. And so something happened where Stephen and Ralph both got in this beautiful, magical, and wonderful state of mind where they allowed themselves to dream the ideal. It was not just, let's look and see what spaces are available on some real estate list. No, it was, let's dream this together. And they sat down, and your Stephen said, it is by a creek, a beautiful natural creek. This was very important to your Stephen at the time. And Ralph says there is a brick terrace and a beautiful maple tree in the middle of this brick terrace, like a Japanese maple that is lovingly pruned, and that is the central part of this brick terrace. And your Stephen said, yes, there is a bridge across the creek to the brick terrace that is private, and this terrace is the entrance to our studio, completely private on this creek, with birds and trees above and all of this. And your Ralph said, yes, and all of the windows look out onto this beautiful terrace that is private, with the bridge and the creek and the maple tree and the all of this. And your Stephen and your Ralph were so in love with this idea, and this is so perfect. Okay, this is what our graphic design studio will be like. They completely left out what was inside of the studio. They completely left out what the floor looked like, or the walls, or the windows, or they was all just focused on this terrace. And then within 2 days, your Stephen was at a new appointment at a dentist office, and it was in this beautiful place. And they sat him down in the dentist chair. The dentist chair window looked out on a terrace with a creek, with a beautiful maple tree, everything that they had dreamed, with a little private bridge that went to this terrace. So he was looking out at exactly what they had dreamed. And when the dentist came in, your Stephen said, well, how can I convince you to remove the dental chair and equipment and let me just put my computer right here and have this view of this beautiful thing? And the dentist looked at him and said, oh, we have a third little unit that faces that terrace and has its own entrance from the terrace that is available for rent. Would you like to rent it? And Stephen jumped for joy. Yes, I'll rent it. dear ones, although it had all of these things, this brick and this beautiful maple tree and all of this, they had neglected the inside. The inside was just plain cinder block. It was like a long rectangle. It was so plain, so lack of imagination. It was basic. It was like they had a cave or something that looked out on this terrace. Yes, it had a window and a beautiful door. That was as far as their dreaming had gotten. They left the rest blank, so what they got was cinder blocks, a perfect rectilinear long rectangle with no skylights, no good lighting, nothing, just this dreary, dark cave. Well, knowing that your Stephen and your Ralph were creative, they fixed all of that, and they were in this place for 3 years doing their work, manifested within 2 days. Do you see how this works, dear ones? Be clear on the ideal. If you leave details out, you will get just cinder blocks or something like this. So this is a little illustration of this point. So, dear ones, once you have been clear on all of the above, hold the line. So not only do you not rush the kitchen, you also hold this ideal. Do not water it down by comparing it with other people's ideas of what an ideal is. This is why we keep these things private. If you share it with someone and say, "Oh, I'm manifesting this thing," and this other person says, "But wouldn't this be better or that be better?" Their own ideals will start to overlay and water down what you have done. So hold the line on your ideal, keep it private, do not speak much about it to others or water it down with others' ideas. Hold the line, dear ones, and be the guardian of that ideal. If you are able to, let us say, it is such a beautiful and precious ideal that you have identified, you must now be like a dragon that is guarding this ideal. It is a beautiful, it will come for sure, and it is just for you to feel into making sure it is protected and being guarded and being loved and cherished and all of this, respected. Yes, dear ones, we do not need to be overly serious again. We can just be light and have fun with it. However, let us make sure that we are respecting this ideal. Beautiful. And so, dear ones, letting go of how and when, this is, again, don't rush the kitchen. Even if it smells good and you can't wait, don't rush the kitchen. So, dear ones, do you feel this? This is important. This is the hardest part, is once you have identified the ideal, don't get in your own way. Don't become impatient. When is it going to get here? Don't be sitting there. Are we sure that we did this right? I haven't seen it yet. Why is it taking so long? This is a situation that will create rushing the kitchen. So, dear ones, we all know that you want this beautiful dream to come true, and you can't wait for it sometimes. Let us just say that the better you get at aligning with this, the better you get at all of the preceding steps that we have outlined, the sooner and more accurately it will come. It is divine law, dear ones. Know this, and the only way for you to know this is to practice it until it happens enough that you know that you can rely on this. It is a law. It is operating for you. It does happen, dear ones. So, let us not rush the kitchen. And when we do this lovingly, when we are able to fully accomplish all that we have spoken of, your dreams, your ideals, the sky is the limit, dear ones. It is beautiful. You can have so many beautiful experiences. Your ideal, many of you, the thing you struggle most with is dreaming too small, not dreaming for the greatest good. And at the same time, it is advisable for you to start small until you are confidence. So there is a balance there. You do not necessarily go straight out and say, I want to be a millionaire tomorrow. And this is not even dreaming very big, for money is just money, does not make you happy. It actually comes with lots of headaches. So let us not just knee jerk go after something that seems like the highest ideal. Let us truly feel into what these ideals are. And for those of you who do not know that the law is a divine law, are not convinced, start small. Manifest something like go on a hike and manifest something that you are going to find in the forest. See it in clarity. Do all of the same steps and do it with feeling and all of that. Your Stephen and your Stephanie did this once, where we were speaking about this manifesting, and what happened was they went on a walk around this creek path, and by way of talking about manifesting, they both just whimsically dreamed a beautiful blue feather. There was like a book many years ago called Illusions, where there was a blue feather that was dreamt and manifested and happened. And so it just came to Stephen to, well, let us call in a blue feather. And so they went on this beautiful walk along this beautiful creek, and they crossed this little bridge, and sure enough, right there on the ground was an absolutely beautiful little blue jay feather, a blue feather, just as they had spoken. So you can do this in small stages if you need to build up your confidence. If this is more natural to you, you do not have to go for the ideal straight out of the gate, so to speak. You can go for smaller things. Just know that oftentimes your ideal may seem to be ideal. It may be seeming that filling up a bank account is the ideal. Well, what are you going to do with this full bank account? That is the ideal. You do not even necessarily need to fill it up. Perhaps somebody, if the ideal is a trip to Paris, France, or something like this, and you knee-jerk go, well, I need to fill up a bank account for this. No, dear ones, it is very possible to have someone else simply gift you this trip, and to have the loving agency of another or the divine just, let us say, spontaneously allow you to do this. So your Stephen has done this many times, wanting to do world travel, not having a full bank account, and just saying, well, I'm calling in a career, a job where they're going to send me to this country or that country. And dear ones, he was clear enough, and it happened over and over. Your Stephen went to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, went to Costa Rica, went to Europe and Greece, all using this method without paying for any of it, only paying for the incidentals along the way. So let us just say you do not need to use conventional methods here. You can just call in the ideal and trust, dear ones, that the universe can create this ideal for you. So, beautiful. And so, dear ones, let us just have fun with what we are dreaming. It does not have to be, like we said, overly serious or big or small or whatever. Let us just understand that this process is a law. It is the divine law. And what you need to do is operate this law to the point where it becomes second nature, dear ones. So this is the dragon way is always to go big for the biggest thing. If it is more natural for you, then go for whatever seems attainable for now, and then work your way up if this feels more sustainable to you. So we are not telling you how to do this. We are giving you the steps of what works. So very good, dear ones. Let us open this up for discussion. Many of you may have questions, or let us just say there could be some inconsistencies or confusions or questions that you have in this process. So please do, dear ones, ask your questions in all uppercase, or add your thoughts, or you can also share anything that you have manifested. And if you feel something is missing in you that worked for you, please bring this. This is group wisdom, dear ones. We love to have those of you who are present sharing. So please do bring to the chat anything that is of interest for those gathered here right now, dear ones. We look forward to this moment here. And we will continue, if no one shares anything in the chat, we will continue along. It will just be a little shorter workshop, let us say. So this is your, let us say, opportunity to ask your questions or something like this. Beautiful. So here we have something here. Let us pull this up. Well, Jadon Se, how do we properly let go of how and when? Now, this, dear ones, is a question that will be answered differently for each of you. For let us just say that how is not necessarily the how for one person is not necessarily the how for all people. Let us say. So let us just give an example here. We were showing you a dragon that was rushing the kitchen. So what would the dragon have done better rather than bursting in and checking in to see what the cooks were doing or what not? In this case, a better thing to do would be to wait at the table. And maybe if the restaurant is busy, it might take a long time for the meal to come. Each of you have experienced this. How many of you stood up and walked out of the restaurant because your meal did not come? A few of you have done this, let us say, and so therefore the meal never came, for you left. And so what to not to do there is to leave, right? To give up on your dream, to give up on it. Let us just say the best thing to do is to take any delays, or let us say what is happening here. Is our video choppy or frozen here? It is. If you could let us know. We are getting some messages that some certain things are perhaps not beneficial on the live stream, but so what we will say to you is be patient, and if things are not happening, rather than trying to micromanage where and when or how and when, in other words, do not say, I need money by Tuesday or something like this for this to happen. If you do this, you are micromanaging. Just let us say, do not give deadlines, if any possible way, until you are very good at doing this. Do not micromanage the process in any way. Just call in the ideal and be open for it to happen. And so it is advisable that you do not do this in such a way where perhaps you would lose some window of opportunity or something if it doesn't happen soon enough. Do you see what we are saying? Do not, let us say, until you are very good at reliably calling in your dreams, do not, let us say, let other dreams hinge upon the first one happening by a certain time. So, eventually, as you reach what we might call mastery, you will be able to do this. You will be able to say, this will happen in time for this and this other thing to happen. And yes, these will all fall into place. And when you begin, however, it may be, let us say, a little frustrating if your first manifestation happened too late and you missed the bus or something. Do you see what we are saying? Do not micromanage these things. Just let them come and have trust and faith. This is the key, the trust and faith in the divine. And to the extent that you do not have the trust and faith, things may not occur the way you wish. So, if something is not occurring, it is your inward beingness that is out of line. This is the way to do this. Let us just say, so. Beautiful. We will move on to the next one. Our apologies if our video frame rate is choppy. There is nothing we can do about this. We like the visuals to be smooth. However, it is a live stream, so it is okay. Jadon Se, can I be a mobile shine as in my own avatar body, and I move as from a rental apartment, a home in another state or country? Let us just decode this. It is, you do not need to be in a hurry to type things into the chat. This is a little decoding we are doing here. Can I be a mobile shine as in my own avatar body? So, yes, you may be mobile, of course, dear ones. Many of you have had these drifter times in your life where you, let us say, are sort of a gypsy, and many of you, these are the best times of your lives, and let us say, magic happens and beautiful synchronicities, and just trusting the universe has helped so much. So yes, you may, let us just say that just be willing to understand and understand that there will be challenges along the way. These challenges are your own inner alignment. These challenges are your own inner challenges where you have not fully trusted or believed that something will come to pass. So if you are, let us say, you throw all caution to the wind and sell everything and just jump into a hippie van and start driving, let us just say you better be aligned with guidance on the fly, guidance on the road. And if you are not, it will happen quickly that you will have to come into alignment with this, or you may rage quit and go back to having an apartment again or something like this. It is, let us just say, it is your responsibility to align with your dreams, to fully claim them. And if something is not happening correctly, it is you that is in your own way. It is not because the divine hates you or because you have bad karma or something like this. It is that you have not allowed for the trust and faith, that you are a doubting Thomas, so to speak, in some way, shape, or form. And so the work is for you to better align with this ideal. And again, if you are having trouble, maybe start a little smaller. Start with things that are, let us say, training wheels, like things that are not earth-shaking, like don't just sell your house and throw all caution to the wind until you know how to operate these laws, that you know how to work these. Even your Stephen and Stephanie still have trouble at times with manifesting certain things and struggling with, let us say, the rules of finance and all of this and bills and things like this, and the manifesting a world where these no longer happen or matter. Let us just say this is a tall order and something that takes extra alignment, extra work, and perhaps extra time to accomplish. Do you see this? Just be gentle with yourself and be ready to shift gears. If you are not yet ready to manifest on a certain level, arrange your life in such a way that you are manifesting in ways that you are ready for. So, dear ones, be responsible, especially if someone is relying on you and you just quit your job out of faith that a better job will come along. Let us just say there could be friction along the way if you do this. If someone else's experience is hinging on your manifesting powers, let us just say this can cause an inner conflict within you that could cause interference in your ability possibility, for you may have fear of letting this person down. You may have doubt that it will happen on time, and these things will delay the manifesting or perhaps even cancel them. It does work this way. You, dear ones, need to be in full inner alignment for this law to be in effect. And so, yes, just take it a little step at a time, let us say, until you are confident that this will happen for you. And beautiful. This is beautiful. Thank you for this. I have struggled with getting clear about the details, find myself getting stuck at some point. I also like the idea of starting small and want to practice more feeling into it. Yes, dear ones, let us make sure that the details are details that are necessary. You do not need to micromanage the cosmos. You can let certain details go. The ones that are important to you are the ones that you should enunciate. The more detailed you can get about your dreams, the better. However, do not try to get detailed about how and when it happens. This is the trouble. When you try to micromanage synchronicity, you get in your own way. It is sort of like throwing a football to a person and then running and catching it yourself and not allowing the person to catch the ball. It is like that. Let us just say, throw the ball carefully, and once it is in flight, just trust that it will be caught. Do you see? It is like this. So let us just try to be as specific as possible about the ideal, the ideal outcome, and let the details of how and when it happens be handled by your greater higher self. Yes, dear ones, part of you is creating these synchronicities. It is just an invisible part of you that is hard for you to be in daily touch with, let us say. Just know that if you leave out details as to what the highest, greatest good is, you'll get something fill in the blanks with cinder blocks, so to speak. Yes, dear ones. Let us see. We have another one here. I am so happy and grateful now. I visualize and believe the imagination is real through feeling. Taking 35K to the bank. It's a lot of money to walk with through our wonderful imagination. Yes, feel it. And dear ones, if you are still stuck on bank accounts and money, do you realize this is going against the grain of manifesting? For what you are doing is saying, I'm still at the mercy of the banking system. I'm still at the mercy of whether or not I have enough money. And so this is not exactly trust in the divine. This is trust in some group of the divine along with your banking and currency system. And so go beyond this money thing, dear ones, as you can, if you are able to move beyond the need to fill up a bank account to do what you wish to do. Your Stephen gave an example of traveling to 4 different countries without having to pay for it. Do you see this, dear ones? It is quite possible. It is always the divine that arranges things for you, even if that is filling up your bank account. It is because you have focused, you are aligned on filling up the bank account that it happens. It does not happen all by itself. You call in your dreams, dear ones. No one else can. It is for you to decide what is the highest ideal for you. Again, if you get stuck in conventional thinking, you will have conventional experiences. Thank you for this question. Very good. I should say comment. Jadon Se, how can we focus on ideas we may have from other lifetimes and other locations in the galaxy, other realms, for example, ecosystem and community designs with nature that makes more sense on Earth? Dear ones, Let us just say that the story of you here is the role that you are playing. You may have connected lifetimes across the cosmos, in other galaxies or planets, times on this world, even. Dear ones, these are connected lifetimes. The story of you is what you are here to play out, right here, right now. Your story. And so, though you may call on abilities and synchronicities coming from other lifetimes, it is for you. You are the boots on the ground in this story. And so, it is your role to call in the ideal for you in this story. Whether or not this comes with aid from the cosmos or somewhere else, let us say once again, give up the how and the when. Don't try to micromanage how these synchronicities occur. I hope this helps. Beautiful. All right, we will be moving along now a little here. We will do a little activation, so to speak. Let us get our slides back. Very good. Let us take away these chat box things. We are going to take a 5-minute break, and then when we come back, there will be a meditation. So please get a refreshment or do whatever it is you need to do, and we will be back in 5 minutes. We will time this on our end. We usually put a countdown timer in here. It is we forgot to do this for this, but please go and let us not do this. This is we are having some technical issues here. Take a break, and we will call you back in 5 minutes. Very good, dear ones. Let's find our sacred space. Come back again now and settle in. We will be having a short meditation. And so gather yourselves up and settle in. Many of you, dear ones, meditate more effectively sitting up. Some of you like to lay down, and some of you even like to stand, or those of you who are comfortable enough in sort of the lotus position, if this is correct for you, just find a comfortable place where you are not likely to fall asleep. This will be a short meditation. And so let us go ahead and continue with this meditation now. Dear ones, it is time for us to close our eyes, settle in, and just take a deep cleansing breath, breathing in through the abdomen and exhaling. And on the next breath, breathe in through the nose, filling the abdomen and feeling the air passing the tip of your nose. And on the exhale, just relax. and allow. And one final cleansing breath, feeling the air coming through the tip of your nose and filling your abdomen. Now, dear ones, let us imagine with our inner vision, our inner sight, that we are in a rocky place, walking through a little ravine in the rocks, and around you there are just jagged rocks and a few flowers here and there and a few blades of grass, however, mostly desolate, rocky place. And the pathway is moving through this ravine, and as it winds around a corner, you come to a place where the ravine starts to open up, and you see a chasm, a very deep chasm, with a rope bridge right directly in front of you. The path has a rope and wooden plank bridge, and this bridge crosses this very frightening chasm. If you were to drop off of this bridge, it would mean sure death. It is very far down. And across the other side of this bridge, there is a very beautiful meadow. There is another rock outcropping, however, it leads to a meadow, and you can see flowers and a beautiful pool of shimmering water across over there. And standing at the end of the bridge is a beautiful cosmic dragon. His wings are like the cosmos. You see, within the wings, you see galaxies and nebula, star clusters shimmering in the wings, and the dragon himself is rather celestial looking, dark shades of indigo blue and purples and darker star field colors. And so this is a very cosmic dragon at the end of this bridge. And so you pause before stepping onto the bridge, for it takes a little courage to step out onto a bridge over such a high chasm like this. However, the bridge does look like it is made fairly well. The ropes are stout, and the wood looks new enough. It is safe. The planks of wood. There is no wind, just a gentle breeze, and far below you can hear the rush of water at the base of this chasm. So you stand gazing upon this dragon, and the dragon looks you right in the eye from across the bridge and beckons you to come across. And so, dear ones, it is for you to gather up your courage, and many of you are ready for this, to cross this bridge. What is this bridge? Many of you are looking at this. Who built this? What is this? And some of you are starting to get a very deep feeling that this bridge symbolizes a part of reality in some way. That if you stray off this bridge, you'll surely fall. However, if you stay on this bridge, you are very likely to get across to this beautiful cosmic dragon. And so it is time to start across the bridge. And so many of you are holding the rope rails of this bridge with a death grip, like white knuckling it, you might say, and taking tentative steps. And yes, the wood holds you up. And as you step onto the bridge, it seems stable. It's a little creaky and a little scary, but it is stable. And so you take another step. And now you are above the chasm with nothing but wood and rope to hold you up. And you keep one foot after the other, slowly holding on to the rails, these ropes. You start making your way across this bridge. And for a moment, the wind starts to gather, and a little bit of sweat might appear on your brow, for you are wondering if this bridge will rock in the wind. And no, it is just a breeze. And So you continue across, and a few of you have stopped to look down at the bottom of the chasm, and it is so far down you can only barely see a shimmer of water and jagged rocks down there, and it is. Some of you are thinking maybe I should go back to where I started, and the dragon keeps beckoning, come across to me. And so many of you start to realize if you keep your eyes on this loving dragon across the other side of the bridge, it is much easier. And so there you get a little more trust that all will be well, and you take another step or two. And as we are now halfway across the bridge, it is the part where the bridge sways the most in the wind. It is a little frightening, and but we are making it, and now it is the same distance to either side, and behind you is just a rocky chasm, and ahead of you is this beautiful meadow with a pool and a cosmic dragon that is very loving and benevolent and beckoning you still and smiling. And so you continue, and dear ones, feel the rope under your hands, feel the planks of wood under your feet as you slowly move your way across this fairly stable bridge. And now you're getting close to the far side, and you can smell the flowers. You can see the meadow ahead of you very clearly, and the dragon is moving back out of the way so you can come across. And the dragon is now moving to the far end of this beautiful shimmering pool, and you are now across. You have crossed this bridge, and you are standing in a meadow, and there are birds singing, and the clouds above you are very gentle, and you can see up in the clouds there are shapes. One looks like a unicorn, and one looks like a dragon, of course, and one looks like a beautiful bird of some kind. And you keep moving towards this pool, and the dragon is now standing on the far side of the pool, looking deeply into the pool. As you come up to the side of the pool, and the dragon is across from you, you look at the shimmering waters, and these waters are beautiful. There is so much possibility glimmering in the waters. It seems like all the possibilities of the cosmos are in this pool before you. These waters are magical, and the dragon is speaking with you telepathically. You just hear this loving voice in your mind. It is now time for you to claim your dreams. And your dreams are like this pool. There is every possible dream you could ever have is represented by this magical pool and the shimmering waters. And yes, the bird song, the flowers around you is a reminder that nature is also supporting your dreams. And you can, if you wish, reach into the water and see what you see for yourself. Many of you may have different experiences touching this pool. We will not speak of this. We will let you have your own beautiful inward experiences. And the dragon looks at you in appreciation and smiles, and he reaches deep into the water, his beautiful cosmic claws merging with the shimmering of the water, and you see him pull out this beautiful orb. It is almost like a world in and of itself, this magical orb. It is like a dragon orb of some kind. And as you gaze into this orb that he is now lifting above the water, there are energies swirling and coalescing, and you might see visions of the various dreams you have had throughout your life. Beautiful dreams, ideals. Perhaps it was the ideal home that you've always wanted. Perhaps it was the far off land you've always wished to see. Perhaps it is some soulmate or love of yours waiting for you. Perhaps it is a loved one who has crossed over to the beyond. And so you are looking into this orb and different visions will come to you. Just feel into this. Whatever it is you are seeing in this beautiful orb of swirling energies is for you and for you alone to see. And the dragon is looking across this orb at you, smiling. And there you feel this love coming from this cosmic dragon, this appreciation that your dreams are indeed beautiful, that most of your dreams are very unique to you, very highly unique to your story of who you are. And so, as you gaze into this beautiful orb, this magical dragon orb, you begin to fall into it, and you begin to realize that you are calling out to the orb to bring something forth. And as you see one of your dreams start to show as a clear vision in this orb, you feel the ability to step into this dream. You feel that you might be able to just simply walk forward into this orb, enter into this world through this portal, the portal of your dream. And many of you have done just that. You're stepping into this world that is revealed in this orb, stepping and striding confidently directly into this dream. And as you enter the dream, you feel great emotion upwelling. This dream is truth. It is real. You have realized this dream. You have stepped into it. And it is so beautiful. And it is so amazing. And it is what you have always wanted. And you feel what it feels like to have this. You feel what it is like to be there in this dream. And such emotion starts to fill your entire beingness. And as you do this, dear ones, many of you are starting to appreciate this dream in ways that you had not, when it just seemed like a vision in the orb. It was different when you stood into it, when you stepped into it, and it became real around you, and you stood in this dream. So many more new sensations come with this, beautiful emotions and beautiful understandings, understandings, clarifications of what this dream is. How beautiful these dreams of yours. And you begin to realize that all of your dreams exist in the realms of eternity. They are already waiting for you. You have created them lovingly by calling them into your ideal, into your awareness, into your dream state. And even if it is just a daydream, you have created these dreams and they are waiting for you in the realms of eternity. All you need is something like this dragon orb to step into each of these dreams. And the more you feel into this, the more you realize this is true. This is very much true. All you need is a magical portal of your own design, of your own making, of your own calling in, so to speak, to step into each of your dreams. And this realization starts to dawn on you, and you become aware that your dreams stretch out like infinite worlds in front of you. If you can dream it, it already exists for you. All you need to do is step into it through some magic portal such as this. Dear ones, the dragon is tapping you on the shoulder. It is time to come back. This was a glimpse of one of your dreams and a glimpse of a process of facing your fears, facing your trepidations, aligning with the bridge to these dreams. And mm, becoming more and more confident at stepping across this scary chasm of what if your dreams are dashed and you fall into the chasm. It is a process of becoming more and more sure and steady on the bridge, a process of knowing that you are seen and loved by the cosmos, this cosmic dragon, a process of reaching into the pool of all possibilities and opening a beautiful portal into your highest, greatest dreams, the highest ideals. You have seen this in this meditation. You have seen the whole process. It is a process of alignment and trust, a process of facing your fears, a process of trial and error, making sure that these wooden boards can hold you, a process of trusting this cosmic dragon, the cosmos, being able to bring this beautiful magical portal to you, that you, dear ones, that you can use to transport yourself to your dreams. Yes, dear ones. And now the dragon is tapping you on the shoulder to come back to where you are sitting in your room, in your location. You may slowly open your eyes, dear ones, and come fully back. Dear ones, welcome back. And this meditation has been a little bit of a journey that is symbolic of everything that you do when you manifest, dear ones. The bridge symbolizes the trepidation of stepping out into new territory and feeling a little unsure as to whether it is safe to build your dreams, and whether or not you will fall into this chasm, into this deep ravine. And so, and then taking the tentative steps, dear ones, start small with your manifesting, with your building your dreams until you are sure that these boards will hold you up. For if you are not in full alignment, yes, the bridge can be very shaky and scary. So find your balance, find your stride, so to speak. Perhaps dream small at first, and as you start to operate these laws consciously rather than subconsciously, as you have been your entire life, as you become more and more confident that these are indeed laws, divine laws, building your dreams, manifesting, so to speak, or just simply aligning yourself inwardly with that which you wish to experience. Wise ones have said, be the change that you wish to see in the world. Well, they were speaking of this. Your inner alignments are what create your outward experience. So experimenting in these ways with your inward alignments, your dreams, your ideals, yes, dear ones, and feeling so deeply that they are already being prepared, or indeed already are prepared in the halls of eternity for you, then it is just a process of becoming more and more confident as you cross this bridge and claim these dreams. Yes, dear ones, and reach into the beautiful pool of all possibilities and pull forth this beautiful portal that you can use to step into your highest ideals, dear ones. So, thank you very much for being on this journey with us. This has been the Workshop 1, the free public workshop of a 5 workshop series. The next 4, dear ones, will be on every Sunday in June at 11:11 Pacific time. And we will, yes, we will cross this bridge again and again, and each time get better and more confident. And we will, dear ones, use all of these tools that we have laid out here in a hands-on series of workshops. Please join us for these if you wish to have feedback and coaching, and to react to any difficulties you are having, to clear up misconceptions or misunderstandings. So, yes, there is a suggested donation for these 4 these 4 workshops coming. However, these are suggested donations. So if you do not have the resources at the present, we are not excluding anyone. Please contact us and you can make a lesser donation, or perhaps put your donation out into the future. And when you fully start to build your dreams, it will be very easy for you to, let us say, give back whatever is appropriate. So dear ones, do join us for the next 4 workshops. And yes, you can sign up at jadonse.com. If you go into the classes section, building your or bridge to your dreams is available for sign up. We will look forward to seeing you then. Thank you very much, dear ones, for joining us on this journey, and we look forward to seeing you again very soon.
As the obsidian dark starts to yield, and the hidden secrets are finally unsealed, behold the glimmer of a dragon's plates, forging a path through the ancient gates. A radiant flame brings a sun-drenched day, chasing the ghost of the night away. Golden light descends upon the stone, a gilded destiny for the world alone. With every pulse, the new one starts to breathe. Woven into tales the high heavens weave. Welcome to the age of light and fire, the ascent of every heart's desire. The ascent of every heart's desire. Ancient paths are paved in the morning glow, watching the seeds of the future grow. No more shadows to hold the breath, finding the life that follows death. A kingdom cast in a bright new